I've just finished week 8 of my 10-week training plan for the Yeti 100. We're on week 9, and then we go into taper week for week 10. In this video, I'd like to walk you through my week 8 and talk a little bit about my 6 key training components, which are not obvious when looking at the metrics. Welcome to Run Free Strong. I'm Rachel.
Consistency is key. I've completed 8 weeks of my Yeti 100 training plan, and the past 4 weeks have demonstrated that showing up and getting out yields results. It's not easy being consistent with other life priorities and distractions, so I'm happy to report that I'm making progress and putting a mini streak together. Not there yet, but getting there. I have one more hard training week and then a taper week. The Yeti 100 mile endurance run is on September 26th in Abington, Virginia on the Virginia Creeper Rail to Trail. Let's take a look at the key weekly highlights. Week 8 is my best week to date and the 4th consecutive 40-mile week. As mentioned in past videos, I should be running 60-ish miles per week, and as I continue to ramp up my training beyond the Yeti, let's not overlook the quality in those 40 miles. We'll cover that in a minute. Just as important as weekly miles is my time on feet, and for week 8 I spent 9 hours on my feet. It's the 4th consecutive week averaging between 8 and 9 hours. Although my weekly vert has been relatively modest compared to past training blocks for mountain trail races, the vert is aligned with the undulating but not vertically challenging Yeti course. I'd like to share 6 key components of my training that are not obvious in the weekly stats. These components build a strong foundation that over time improves performance, reduces injury risk, and adds variety to my training to make it enjoyable. Number 1, long runs. 4 consecutive weeks of 20-mile Sunday long runs on the Larkin Rail to Trail using a run-walk strategy. This is race-specific training. I'm a big fan of back-to-back long runs, and while that's the plan as I continue to ramp up, I've completed several hard track sessions on Saturdays that simulate running on tired legs on Sunday. Leading up to the 4 consecutive Sunday 20-milers, I ran 13 miles and 15 miles to safely increase the long run distance. 2. Lactate threshold and VO2 max workouts. 4 out of the past 5 weeks, I completed track workouts to improve lactate threshold and VO2 max. Important additional benefits include improving running economy and mental strength, both critical success factors from a Yeti 100. And, as mentioned, sometimes these workouts fall on Saturdays, and I do my Sunday long runs on tired legs. 3. Progression runs. Most of my other runs are progression runs, which means that I start out at about 9 to 10 minutes per mile and finish about 7 to 8 minutes per mile. This approach helps me warm up and finish strong, which reduces injury risk, helps improve lactate threshold without making it a hard effort, and improves mental strength. 4. Strides. 6 consecutive weeks of strides, and the benefits are real. I'm increasing speed and power, improving running economy and form, and enhancing neuromuscular coordination. 5. Technical trails with vert. Although as mentioned, my weekly vert has been modest, I've started to incorporate 1 weekly technical mountain trail run for the past 2 weeks. This helps rebuild my climbing and descending capability, both muscular strength and technical skills, which will be key for the Kodiak 50K and the Pacific Coast California 50K coming up later this year. I'm also benefiting improvement in strength and power, as well as neuromuscular coordination, which is essential when running on technical trails. 6. Strength training. Twice weekly, I spend about an hour using Olympic free weights and kettlebells to improve my strength, primarily upper body and a little lower body. This is in addition to daily dynamic stretching and body weight core exercises. With that context, let's review week 8 in a little more detail. Monday and Tuesday were recovery days. On Wednesday, I completed a mini double. In the morning, I ran a 3-mile progression on the Larkin Groom Trail. In the afternoon, I planned a short tempo run on the track, and unfortunately, the track was not available. I pivoted to a different groom trail and ran a hard mile and finished with strides on the same trail at a 5-12-mile pace. I enjoyed 6 miles on the technical Trout Brook Valley Trail on Thursday and climbed and descended about 1,300 feet or more than 200 feet per mile. Trout Brook Valley is an alternative to my favorite Appalachian Trail, a little more runnable. The next day, Friday, I returned to Larkin Trail for 5 miles. Coach Christian planned a challenging 4x1000 track session for Saturday. I crushed last week's 5x400 session with fast reps and longer rest. And this week we switched gears with longer, slower reps but shorter rest to improve lactate threshold. For the second week in a row, I not only completed the entire workout but crushed it and continued to improve mental strength and build confidence. The workout video is linked on top and in the description below. I wrapped up the week with my 4th consecutive Sunday 20-mile long run. Because I'm less than 2 weeks from the Yeti 100, I used a conservative run-walk strategy with 1 minute of running and 4 minutes of walking. I still managed to complete the 20 miles in about 4 hours and 16 minutes.
I hope you enjoyed coming along with me on the Woodbury roads and trails for 6 miles, midweek run. And I hope you enjoyed the week 8 review. If you did, would appreciate it if you gave the video a big thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, thanks for checking us out. Please consider clicking that subscribe button and hopping on board. And if you've been with us for a while, thank you for coming back. Appreciate it. See you in the next one.